If the path before you was clear, you're probably on someone else's. We cannot change anything until we accept it. Condemnation does not liberate, it oppresses. For better to come, good must stand aside. Confident people have a way of carrying themselves that makes others attracted to them. Do one thing every day that scares you. You have to believe in yourself when no one else does. The more you know who you are and what you want, the less you let things upset you. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. Spread love everywhere you go. Let no one ever come without leaving happier. We are born at a given moment in a given place, and like vintage years of wine, we have the qualities of the year and of the season in which we are born. A man who has not passed through the inferno of his passions has never overcome them. Find out who you are and do it on purpose. Midlife is the time to let go of an over-dominant ego and to contemplate the deeper significance of human existence. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Depression is like a woman in black. If she turns up, don't shoo her away. Invite her in, offer her a seat, treat her like a guest and listen to what she wants to say. Wholeness is not achieved by cutting off a portion of one's being, but by integration of the contraries. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. When you change your thoughts, remember to also change your world. Every form of addiction is bad, no matter whether the narcotic is alcohol, morphine, or idealism. You are not what happened to you. You are what you chose to become. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Shrinking away from death is something unhealthy and abnormal which robs the second half of life of its purpose. The healthy man does not torture others. Generally, it is the tortured who turn into torturers. If you can do what you do best and be happy, you are further along in life than most people. When you have a dream, you've got to grab it and never let go. You can be everything. You can be the infinite amount of things that people are. For me, becoming isn't about arriving somewhere or achieving a certain aim. I see it instead as forward motion, a means of evolving, a way to reach continuously toward a better self. The journey doesn't end. The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. The soul needs your recklessness, not your wisdom. He was afraid and needs dependence, as a weakened man needs support. I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying. What did you do as a child that made the hours pass like minutes? Herein lies the key to your earthly pursuits. Woe to those who live by examples. There is no life in them. If you live by example, you live the life of that example. But who will live your life but yourself? So live your own life. Always go with your passions. Never ask yourself if it's realistic or not. To ask the right question is already half the solution of a problem. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. Knowledge rests not upon truth alone, but upon error also. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. Children learn by an adult's example, not by their words. In each of us there is another whom we do not know. What we walk away from, shying away from, ostensibly forgetting is dangerously close to us, and eventually it will return, but with redoubled force. Men cannot stand a meaningless life. People grow like plants, some in light, others in shade. There are many who need shade, not light. Man can endure the hardest trials if he sees meaning in them. The whole difficulty lies in creating that meaning. The greatest tragedy of the family is the unlived lives of the parents. The greatest and most important problems of life are all fundamentally insoluble. They can never be solved, but only outgrown. Where your fear is, there is your task. Man needs difficulties. They are necessary for health. You've got to be in it to win it. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. The least of things with the meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. You are what you do, not what you say you'll do. Be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. Shame is a soul-eating emotion. By being yourself, you put something wonderful in the world that was not there before. Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart, who looks outside, dreams, who looks inside, awakes. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. You'll be alone in the most difficult times of your life, but those are the moments when you'll find your true strength and resilience. If you are a gifted person, it doesn't mean you got something. It means you can give something away. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely.